Hey, listen, I know what you're thinking. Why are double stuffed Oreos the same price as single stuffed Oreos? It doesn't make any sense. But you're also thinking, Space Chicken, you upload so much. What provoked you to create a Brawl video now? It's because you all broke the rules. Comment section below with what you think is better, Melee or Smash 4? Melee or Smash 4?
Melee or Smash 4?
So apparently you all either hate rules or love Brawl. But either way, the people have spoken and it's smashing time. Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Glitch Vault. I'm your fearless host Space Chicken and today we're taking a look at the wonderful Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. This game is absolutely nuts, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Starting off, pick Kirby and head over to the Pick to Chat level. One of my favorite levels, by the way. As Kirby, hit your down B move over the small 45-degree ledge on the right side of the course. Done correctly and you will defy gravity and lock into a sliding animation right on the corner. This only works on the right side for some reason and it doesn't seem to do anything helpful, but it's interesting nonetheless. However, if you add Bowsy Boy in the mix, it's a different story. Use a Smash Ball to turn Bowser into Giga Bowser and do this little trick right next to him. For some reason unknown to myself, Kirby deals a ridiculous amount of damage. This could be due to some specific hitbox collision, or it could be that Giga Bowser's poor little toes are his greatest weakness. Looks like Bowser is toes. Toast. It has been a long time, folks. Speaking of Final Smashes, here's a neat little trick you can perform with Ike against the Ice Climbers. With Final Smash in hand, KO Popo and immediately execute your Final Smash on Nana. Here's where the magic happens. Nana will disappear, leaving you attacking, well, no one. Like seriously, Ike, dude, you can stop. But he'll just finish this little stunt and nobody will be any the wiser for it. Except us. We're on to you, Ike. Moving on quickly, let's continue to mess around with Collision. To make this next glitch easier from the get-go, make Unira your only active item, this spiky thing. Next, grab Pit and also grab Falco, although I'm pretty sure any of the Star Fox characters work here. Use Pit's down B move and toss one of those spiky goofballs towards him. If it gets generally close to Pit, then shoot it into Pit's mirror shield. If Pit's shield starts activating, then keep going. Soon after, you'll see a glow that sort of resembles the black hole glitch from Melee. This isn't as exciting as that one, but once Pit drops his shield, he gets blasted into oblivion. And I wasn't gonna say anything, but he totally deserves it. Just saying. So I think this is just another example of an item storing up a ton of damage and then unleashing the power all at once. Not dissimilar to how Waluigi stored up a bunch of hype for Smash Ultimate, and, well, we all know how that went. For this next little trick, grab Ike again, but this time you need a timer. Get your other character near the timer and have Ike execute his recovery move. As soon as he does this, use the timer. And here's where things go bananas. Ike slows down but doesn't jump at all and just finishes his move in seemingly real time. His sword also finishes but slower, so it duplicates and doesn't spin until it's at the ground around Ike. So I'm just guessing the sword has to separate from Ike to make this attack possible, and the timer affects both Ike and his sword differently as a result. But that's just my own theory, and my own theories are usually about 1000% incorrect, as you all may know very well. So stepping away from the game-breaking stuff, here's a neat little trick using Kirby's Final Smash. Grab Kirby and a handful of Olimars, then have the Olamen pull out a whole bunch of Pikmin. Now you need to get all of the Olimars into one general area. Once this is accomplished, wait for an item to drop, then execute Kirby's Final Smash and let the magic happen. This results in an inordinate amount of items that you can now utilize to your heart's content. Really, it's nothing special, but I like it a lot because I've never had so many fans in my life.
Failures.
This next trick is kind of neat because it leans on some shenanigans that happen when the stage and the final smash don't agree. Pick Jigglypuff and some other character, set the items to Smash Ball only, and head over to Rainbow Cruise. Now, this course is on rails, so grab the Smash Ball when it shows up and patiently get through the level until you reach the final phase. At this point, stand on the top platform and execute Puff's Final Smash. You'll start growing big, get pushed out of the upper blast line, and you'll fade away in all of your giant glory. Yo, forget double rainbows, we got a triple over here. Now, the longer you sit and grow big before you get pushed out the top, the bigger the sad spinning Jigglypuff will be. A tale so tragic, not even a triple rainbow can run it back. You know what can run it back? A frozen Donkey Kong. But before we do that, let's do some Warp Star magic. For this next trick, choose anybody, make sure you have Warp Stars activated, and head over to Shadow Moses Island. I personally chose Snake because thematically it makes sense, and also I picked Diddy because of course I did. So in Shadow Moses Island, you cannot get over these walls because you need to destroy them in order to open up the extra areas on either side. That is, unless you have a Warp Star. Use one of these little monsters and you can pop right over that invisible wall like it's nothing. Now, I'm safe behind this invisible wall where nobody can touch me until the visible wall is destroyed. So, I tried to use this to cheese some level 9 computer players, and unfortunately, they were smarter than I thought. It did not end well. So, about that frozen Donkey Kong. Before we move on, I have to mention that unlike Trenton, this next glitch is very difficult to trigger, so maybe just sit this one out and let the big chickens deal with nonsense like this. So this nutso glitch actually has nothing to do with DK, but has everything to do with Meta Knight's final smash at the Bridge of Eldin. Once you're there, as Meta Knight, grab a smash orb and wait very patiently for the bridge to explode and for the bridge to begin to regenerate. So what you're going to attempt to do is frame perfectly unleash Meta Knight's final smash directly before the bridge is built. Now, for the uninitiated, frame perfect means that you have to execute on an exact frame of video in order for a glitch to work. And given that Brawl runs at 60 frames per second, you have 1/60th of a second to execute correctly. All of this while being in the area where the bridge regenerates. Sound like a nightmare? Good. Then you and I are on the same page. But enough whining from yours truly. Done correctly, your opponent will be caught up in the final smash will be interrupted, and your opponent will be frozen for the remainder of the match. I'm not talking just inputs either. Their hitbox is completely gone. This right here is a bona fide frozen Donkey Kong. You know what? Come to think of it, this isn't even a glitch. This was just Nintendo's intricate way of leaking Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Thank you. Jokes aside, this glitch is super cool and it affects other characters in their final smashes as well. For instance, with Rob at the helm, execute his final smash at the right time and you'll find out pretty quickly that his final smash isn't going anywhere. And you've effectively transformed into a destruction machine. Get going and get zapping, my friend. So, if you want this glitch to get real funny, do this with Jigglypuff. Remember way back in the past when we pushed Jigglypuff out of the blast zone? Well, using jigs with this trick makes giant jigs playable. Yes, playable. The hitboxes don't seem to change, so it feels less like playing a powerhouse and more like trying to drive a school bus with a lawnmower engine, but it seriously looks awesome. And here on Glitch Vault, what else really matters at the end of the day? Well, that was a little more depressing than I was hoping for, so let's visit one of the funniest glitches I've seen in a long time. First off, set up a high percentage team battle. You'll need a character with the powerful move on the blue team alone, set up anyone with Princess Peach on the red team, and Luigi alone on the green team. Team colors don't matter much, but this was my setup. And finally, set the game to a single stock as this is very important. Once you've done all of the above, pick any stage, get everyone except the blue team player to the end of the stage, and with your blue team character land a crushing blow on the group of Mushroom Kingdom misfits. What you will be greeted with is a victory screen with a lovely Princess Luigi. Yes, Peach and Luigi have performed a DBZ-style fusion to reveal the final hidden character for Smash Bros. Brawl. Hey Sakurai, if everyone is back for Smash Ultimate, then where's Princess Luigi? Better be announced at E3, all I'm saying. I'm guessing this glitch is due to the game not knowing what to do in the event of a tie with these strange conditions. Also, you can perform this glitch with a wide slew of characters, but once you've seen this, really there's no going back. So now it's time for a segment in the show that we like to call Glitch Rapid Fire. If you're a longtime viewer and you're confused, then that's because we've never done this before, but just roll with it. Here we go. In the Metal Fight section of Classic Mode as Captain Falcon, if you execute his final smash, your foe loses their metal status permanently, even though they normally can't lose it at all. I'm guessing this is because the metal state affects movement, so the developers axed it for this final smash so that the animations run without issue. That was a mouthful, and speaking of mouthful, if King DDD attempts to inhale a planted C4 from Snake, it'll continuously explode for as long as the inhale is held. Hey, what's going on down here? Whoa! I have no idea what's going on here, but it is certainly jaw-dropping. As Space Chicken, if you line up correctly on this spot at Temple, your blaster shots can get stuck on this platform. This is fun and easy to execute, and the answer is yes, you can shine these frozen bad boys right back at them. Speaking of bad boys, you can softlock Bowser if you start a Mega Brawl on a custom stage with this formation. All you gotta do is jump up in there and Bowser Bomb. That's it, you're locked there for the rest of the match. Now this will still hit you if you jump up into it, but only the once. After you get that out of the way, you can chill and brag about how he's too slow. In a co-op home run contest, have one player jump down off the platform and have the other player pass the sandbag to them. Hit the bag to the left instead and you'll find the end of the world as well as an invisible wall. Now, you'll get 0 points for this, but it's not the end of the world. Well, I mean, maybe it is in this case, but at least you're not Waluigi. As Falco, go to New Pork City, activate your final smash, and drive into this spot. Wow, I really hope Falco doesn't get very carsick because this does not look pleasant. Now, I'm not sure why this happens in New Pork City because this is kind of what driving in California feels like. As DK, grab Snake's cardboard box and then have Snake grab the box back. This forces DK into running around looking like a complete buffoon. And let's be honest, Donkey Kong didn't need any help looking like a goof, and this certainly isn't going to help his public image. Better luck next time, my man. And that shuts down this week's segment of Glitch Rapid Fire, and for DK's sake, it didn't end a second too soon. So as we wind down to the end of the episode, here's a really cool trick you can do to get all of your characters to look exactly the same, and it's actually pretty easy. Doing this with Curb, load up all character slots with him. Then one by one, switch their colors to pink, then disengage the player slot. Switch to Team Battle, reactivate everyone, switch back to Free-for-all, and voici, everybody's pink. Now unfortunately, in-game, everyone still has their player number above their head, so you can't have utter chaos, and I think that would be pretty cool. But the silver lining here is that we are now much closer to being able to replicate the canonical Kirby victory dance, and that is very, very important. And now, my favorite and final glitch, which takes us to Summit with Captain Falcon and a final smash. As Captain Fabulous, grab a final smash and head down to the bottom left of this platform with your foe on the other side. Now you're going to run, slide, and activate the final smash. Done correctly and you will die halfway through your final smash, and the blue Falcon will now be indirectly attached to Captain Falcon. Isn't that something? I love how this polar bear in the background simply cannot be bothered with anything around him. He came out to get his newspaper and he hasn't had his coffee yet, so don't expect much out of him. But I just can't get over how outright funky this glitch is. It's just so visually interesting and it's too much fun to mess around with. It's so easy to execute and has a great payoff, so if you own this game, do yourself a favor and give this one a shot. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I'm not gonna do my standard outro just because I wanted to say a couple things. Hard to believe that this is my first upload in over a year, and that hurts. 2018 turned into a huge year of transition for me and my family, and I had to prioritize other things over the channel. That said, I really miss you all, and if you're still watching after all this time, I just have to say thank you so much for your continued support for the channel, and that I have already mapped out my next several videos. So stay tuned, stick around, and we're gonna have a fun summer. Have an awesome day, guys.